evening. I hope I didn't give anybody a heart attack with my intro. So this is the look that I am doing. It is a creepy rotting clown look. There are plenty of creepy clown looks I know this year. However, this is my intention to do this look, and so I decided to just do it anyway, regardless to how many people have done a creepy clown. But yeah. So I hope you guys enjoy. I really enjoy doing this. A lot of the products are very simple. You can find them at your Halloween supply store. This is one of the reasons why I decided not to do like pretty extensive Halloween tutorials, is because yeah, I want people to be able to just do something. You know, and obviously if you want to look cute at the club, this is definitely not the look for you. But I'm more drawn to things, the more grotesque or more freaky things are, I enjoy it more. So let's get this tutorial started. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to flatten my eyebrows with Pros-Aide. Now Pros-Aide is a acrylic water-based medical adhesive, and it's used in the film industry to adhere prosthetics with. And usually they tell you not to put it in your hair, but there's a few crazy people out there who actually use it to block brows instead of using wax. Okay, so I just applied barrier cream, which is like a silicone skin cream, and it makes removing the Pros-Aide much easier, because you don't really want to apply it just on, you know, without some kind of cream, because it can be pretty darn hard to remove, especially apparently the Pros-Aide remover, I've never tried it, is not that great. It's best to use isopropyl myricate. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to brush this into my eyebrow and then comb it through with this disposable mascara wand. Now I'm just going to take a pink powder like this. This is just MAC Studio Fix, and I'm going to take a sponge and I'm just going to push it down. This helps remove some of the tackiness, and it also helps push down the hair. So now I'm going to use liquid latex. Liquid latex is, it's liquid rubber, and you can buy it at any kind of Halloween store or theatrical makeup kind of store, and it reeks. It has ammonia in it, so it really stinks. So I'm just going to take a sponge and I'm just going to kind of take off some of the edges so there's no hard lines, and I'm going to take it and dip it into the latex, and then I'm going to apply it on my face, and I'm going to make it a little bit thick. And if this gets on your clothes, it's not coming off, unfortunately. And wait for it to dry. Now that the latex is dry, I'm going to take a pair of tweezers and I'm going to, it's kind of hard to tell where the latex is because it dries so clear, but I'm going to pull up little bits and make little craters. So now that I've created some kind of craters, I'm going to go in with the brush and stipple a little bit more latex around the edges just to build it up. So now that everything's dry, I'm just going to set it with a neutral powder and just brush it over because latex sticks to itself and everything else. So now I'm going to apply my wig. The wig is kind of funny. I got it at one of those pop-up Halloween stores here. And yeah, so basically it's like it's a baldy cap or a baldy wig. Yeah, the top part is quite thick. And so I'm going to actually use latex again to try to build up the edge a little bit. And so here it is. And I teased, this was all kind of like just hanging down and stuff, and last night I just teased it up. And I applied a wig cap ahead of time just to kind of cover up the darkness of my hair. So here it is. I'm gonna build up the edge here with some latex. I mean, it's not gonna build up totally, but I'm going to try at least to conceal it and also adhere it just a little bit too. I'm just gonna take a Q-tip to apply it. So I'm going to butt the latex up against here. So now I'm going to start the face painting part. I'm going to use Mehron's original mask cover. The original mask cover is good because it is a castor oil based makeup. Now castor oil doesn't break down latex, which is this stuff here. And if you're doing like bald caps or anything with latex, you don't want to use mineral oil. You always want to use a castor oil product. So I'm taking a makeup sponge and I'm just going to dab that in there and then pat it on. Now this doesn't have to be perfectly opaque everywhere because I will be sorry, I just lost my thought. So this doesn't have to be perfectly opaque and even because I am a person in a clown costume that is a zombie. So now I'm gonna go and powder everything really well. You can also use baby powder for this too, since it's just white. This just prevents everything from shifting around. What you may be able to see is some of the latex lifting from here, because this is a part of my face that does a lot of moving. That's okay though, I think it kind of adds to the effect of me rotting, I guess. So now I'm gonna go in with this Kryolan pencil and I'm just going to pencil in my eyeshadow, I guess. I'm gonna take this little synthetic brush and kind of smudge it down because I want it to be messy. Real messy. And so a lot of clowns, they have like a line that comes down like this and a line that goes up. And so I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna do it so that it's very distressed. I'm gonna go in with this brush here and I'm gonna take NYX's black and then I'm just going to apply that on top of this. So now with the same pencil, I'm going to do my lips. I'm going to make them thinner than they are and I'm not going to arch it with the Cupid's bow there. With the same brush, I'm going to kind of mess it up. And I'm going to apply NYX's black on top. So I'm going to use some grease paints to do my wounds with, and I'm going to use Kryolan Supracolors for that. So I'm just taking the black, and I'll take a little scoop of that. And then I'm going to use this tiny little brush, and I'm going to do the edges, inside edges, and just add little dots to add some depth. Now I'm going to go in with this burgundy kind of color. And apply it in the wound as well. I'm just going to take a gray eyeshadow. I'm going to do a little bit of contouring around my eyes, around my nose. Okay, so now here's kind of a fun part. I am going to paint my teeth. I'm using Kryolan's tooth enamel in black. And what you need to do is you need to make sure that your teeth are really dry. As you can see, mine look nice and yellow against my skin color. So make sure it's really nice and dry. So I'm just going to dab it with this. And I'm going to do all the way back here to my eye teeth, I think. So I'll do a top one first. And if you're going to use it on other heel, I suggest putting it in something like this. And then you can also re-wet it with alcohol if you need to. So I'll just shake it up and drop it into the container. And you can just use a little brush. So have some alcohol nearby. Okay, so now it's time for some blood application. I have this thick blood here. This is Nye's Thick Blood. It's like a jam blood. It's super thick and it stays in place. It's not runny. Now I'm going to go in and add regular blood. Now I'm just going to add some blood around my mouth. So we're going to do a black nose. So this is the finished project. Yeah, it is definitely kind of like a gross look. You know, it's not like you go to the bar and guys will think you're cute or anything like that, but it's definitely a fun look. This is the kind of look that I'm more drawn to doing. But yeah, anyway, so it's kind of like a simple look that anybody could do with stuff that they can find at their Halloween store or their makeup supply store. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed my first Halloween tutorial.